Well, hello, folks. Welcome back to the Latvian job. I am the Custard Prophet. We're back here with Riga FC in the Europa League. We're here in the last 16 stage, having already defeated Marseille in the previous round. But we have a tough tie here against Italian side Atalanta. It's doable, but it's going to be challenging, I think. You're right, folks. Yes, so really good performance against Marseille in the last round. Really pleased with that. But I think this is a step up against Atalanta. They're not the top table, but they're getting close to it. And I do think we've got enough about ourselves to win this game. We have actually brought in another player. He can't get involved at all until we go into our next European campaign. So I'll just show you this guy before we then move on to playing the game. Yes, so we brought in a new striker, Maximiliano Signorelli or something like that. He is fast, he is agile, he is well balanced, and look at the composure and technique. This guy is going to be awesome, I think. We bought him for, I think, a reasonable amount of money, just £11 million from Corinthians, but we're not paying ridiculous amounts either, £26,000 per week, which is nowhere near the top money that we can pay, and we're way below the wage budget anyway, the wage cap. So this I'm really happy with that. But yeah, he can only play in the league at the minute. Right, folks, let's go and play Atalanta. It's going to be a good one, I think. It should be really tight. We have Igor Jose is going to be out, so our defensive midfielder. We don't really have an adequate replacement, so we are going to... It's probably not such a problem away from home, but we are going to have to just play a player in there who doesn't necessarily have the best tackling. Well, we've already seen some results here. Sporting Lisbon absolutely smashing past Olympiacos, so it looks like we already know who's getting through one of these ties. Napoli comfortable victories away against Rangers, and Tottenham easily beating Legia Warsaw. Is that Legia Warsaw? Yes, it is Legia Warsaw. So looks like those three are likely to go through. Maybe the Tottenham game might be not so obvious, but this game here, the Portuguese side VTSC and Besiktas from Turkey, we don't know really who's going to get through that. Maybe Besiktas can do the business there. But yeah, it's all very interesting sides who we've not come across a lot in our European campaigns because we've been at the top table for so long. Right, let's go and play Atalanta. Okay, the side we're going with, we're having to play Mendy on the bench because he has an injury. He'll be back in a day. We'll keep him on the bench, I think, for now. That should be fine. But it does make things a little bit more lacking at the back. We do need a few more players at the back. So let's just have a look through this. We got up top, Saulo, Sitz and Cavana. I think that's strong. Nedulescu is on the bench because he's literally just come back from injury. Not sure whether he is going to be able to be as effective as Kvara, so that's why we're going there. Bozovic, Gerson and Chiadio. So it's Gerson who's coming in. He does a reasonable job as a midfielder, but he's not a ball-winning midfielder. We might well play him as like a deep line playmaker or something along those lines. Not 100% sure yet. And then at the back, Nye, Rasmussen, Pedraza and Bejekic with Kleber Francesco in goal. As you can see, there's not a lot of options outside of that. We've got on the bench the likes of Sebek and Nedulescu as potential options. We're unlikely to bring Mendy on unless we absolutely have to. So let's see what we can do. It's a little bit of a weakened squad, I think, here. I don't think our squad is as good as it has been sort of globally, but I think we've got some great players here. And I think at this level, we might have a chance. But looking at this, Atalanta have won 4 out of their last 5, so they are in a good form. They also played in Marseille's group, and they topped the group that Marseille were in. They beat them twice. So yeah, it's going to be this is a step up. This is a step up. Well, we had the first shot, but here we go. Ball fired up here is Bejekic, who's on the right side, a rarity for him. I don't know how long he's going to be here, but a lovely ball in there from Chiadio. Bozovic does brilliantly just to nip in front of his midfielder. Saulo, such a danger, and in it is Chiadio. And 5 minutes on the clock, we're 1-0 up, and what a performance, what a start that is. from our midfield, absolutely dominating. Bozovic did brilliantly here to win the ball back, and then he runs down, finds the pass to Saulo, completely unselfish, picks out Chiadio, and he manages to guide it past all the feet into the back of the net. Great start. Well, we got to half time. I've got to say, we are the better side here. We've got an XG of 0.97. They've had 3 shots, which is 1 on target. We've had 10 on target, but we have only seen 1 highlight. So I guess we're shooting from range. I think we might want to just tweak the tactics just to try and get us working the ball in the box a little bit more. I think they're struggling with us a little bit. But I don't think there's any need to make any changes at the minute. We're playing well. Let's create some chances. But here we go. Long ball out here. It's Pedraza now looking for a pass. Back to the goalkeeper though. Kleber Francesco. You expect him just to go to Rasmussen. Yes, he does. So Rasmussen is going to look for that pass. Brilliantly done. Bajekic. A few people inside him, and Kvara just turns it in at the far post. Is that going to be onside though? Lovely little bit of play from Saulo. Did brilliantly well. We're checking it. Come on. Goal awarded. Yes, that's massive. So the second highlight we've seen, and when we have had a lot of chances, but just not brilliant chances. But Bajekic there, Saulo does great. Kvara holds his run, and we're 2-0 up, and this is exactly how I wanted it to look. There we go, 2-0 up, 53 minutes on the clock. We're yet to really see any fight from Atalanta, but here's Kvara now running down this right side. Done brilliantly. Chiadio enjoying this position on the right side. Bozovic with a slightly pull-back position of Gerson. He is playing as the ball-winning midfielder, but he's popping the ball around quite a bit as well. Ball over the top there. Well, here we go. Nye, lovely little bit of play there. Back to the goalkeeper. Kleber Francesco, back to Nye. He's going to look for the pass down the line to Saulo. Our record signing, £48 million from Real Madrid. Pedraza, Rasmussen. Come on, find the through ball. It's a lovely little bit of play. Oh, lovely play. Bajekic, in it goes. Saulo and Bozovic, and Saulo so unselfish today. Set up 2 glorious chances, 1 for Bozovic, 1 for his midfield partner Chiadio, and he's just doing brilliantly. They can't deal with him. He's so powerful in the air, but someone should have been on him surely. But yeah, Bozovic just got free, and Saulo found him. 3-0, brilliant stuff. So we brought Lissinovs on for Sitz. Chiadio, it's out. He's Nye. He's already scored 1 cracking goal in one of the games against Marseille, didn't he? Mistake, and it's in. Kvara, goalkeeper, should never have let that spill, but from very tight angle, Kvara finishes it. Brilliant stuff there. Nye it was a speculative little cross, and Kvara, the header, really had no right to do anything, but what a mistake from the goalkeeper. And they're 4-0 down, and it's looking pretty positive for us at the minute. Well, Gerson has come off, Sebek on, and Bozovic's corner. Could we make it 5? And that would be awesome. Bozovic here. Didn't find Saulo. Couldn't get his head to it, but does the next best thing. He just recycles the ball. Bajekic now. He's going to be looking to chip this in for Saulo again, isn't he? He doesn't. Finds Sebek. Bozovic. Chiadio. Just looking for that chance to shoot. Bozovic inside to Chiadio. And there he goes. A little bit of space here from Bajekic. Chiadio. It's very nicely done. Just biding their time. Sebek. What are we doing here? Pedraza finds Bajekic. He's got another bit of space. Now he's going to pass. And he does into Saulo and over the top. Well, there we go. An absolute demolition of Atalanta. Couldn't I can't believe how strong we were there. Couple of goals from Kvara. He was outstanding, as well as Kiardia and Bozovic. Saulo also didn't score, but my God, was he a handful. Look at that. Saulo. He actually got 3 assists out of this. A hat-trick of assists. Well done, Saulo. That's what we needed, isn't it? And just a really good win there. So let's have a look at some of those other results that have come out. Sevilla beating Benfica with 2 late goals. Wow. Metalist smashing Celta Vigo. Wow. And the big game, Zebra and Chelsea, they only managed to draw. Right, folks, we've got a game against RFS. We're going to play that behind closed doors, and then we'll come back for the second leg. Well, before we get there, we have got the quarterfinal and semi-final draws which are going to be made today. So let's go and have a look at that. Obviously, no one has qualified through, but it would be nice to have a favourable draw in the quarterfinals just to make sure we get through to the semis. I think we're definitely... I can't see us not qualifying for the quarterfinals now. Yeah, it would be good if we managed to get a favourable draw. Maybe Metalist or Celta Vigo. Take that. Absolutely take that. This tie here, Besiktas VST SC PQ, whatever it is. I want to avoid the Zebra or Chelsea one, so let's see. This is the one we want. Wow, we don't get it. Right, who we got? That's not the end of the world. Sporting or Olympiacos. It's again same sort of level. I think Sporting are definitely better than Olympiacos, but they're not as good as Porto. Have we actually played Sporting? Yeah, back here in the 27-28 Champions League, we beat Sporting away from home, but lost 3-0 at home. I remember that one. And then we got through. That's what we beat Manchester United in the knockouts at home, but didn't do so well away. So it was a good draw, a good one that was, because we got a nice win over Atletico as well in there. Right, we'll draw the rest of them. There we go. So Sporting or Olympiacos. I'm pretty pleased with that. So looks like whoever wins out of this, Chelsea or Juve, they've got a relatively straightforward tie to get through to the quarters. And then it all gets interesting. Probably, I wouldn't mind this one. I mean, it's likely to be Napoli out of that top bracket. I don't know, probably Tottenham or Sevilla. I'm not sure out of that one. Let's go and do the semi-draw. Right. I think this is the one that we want. It's not the one we get. We get the hard one. Juve or Chelsea is basically who it's going to be. Besiktas are not, and VTSC are not going to be getting through that game. So that's the one where it's going to get really tough, I think. I think we should get through this one, potentially. I don't know why I'm saying that, but this one's the real tough one. I think this is at the same level that we're at. I think this one is stepping up. Oh, nice. Anyway, folks, let's move forward and we'll make sure we get through that second leg. Well, folks, here we are back for the second leg against Atalanta. You'd expect it to be fairly straightforward. They're going to have to overturn a 4-goal deficit in the last game. So we've just played RFS in our first league game of the season. I've got to show you the result because it is absolutely mad. Look at this for a performance. We were outstanding. We're having to scroll to see all the goal scorers. We scored 10 goals. Had 2 goals disallowed, and the new guy, Signorelli, on his debut, got himself a hat-trick and I think a couple of assists as well. So, he looks like he could fit into the squad nicely. Just an all-round glorious performance from us. Okay, team we're going with, very similar to last time. Saulo sits, Kvara up top, Bozovic, Igor, Jose, and Chiaria in midfield. So Igor Jose is back, and the back line here is Nye, Pedraza, Rasmussen, and Bajekic. What I might do is to bring Mendia in there just to get his first game of the season. That's probably worth doing. And in goal is Kleber Francesco. So come on, let's see if we can get through this game. It should be all right. So I've just dropped the defensive line back a little bit. 14 minutes, nothing really happening. But to be honest, we don't actually need to force anything here. This has all got to come from Atalanta. Here's Mendy across the back line. Finds Bajakic, who's been brilliant at the start of the season on this right side. Here's Kvara back in the side. Saulo loses out, but it's Igor Jose. Such a danger. And he's got a little bit of space. He's got a decent shot on him if he gets chance. Bozovic and Saulo probably should have done better with that header. Here's Nye now. On the left side, Saulo trying to beat his man, Nye. Chips it in, lovely little run from Bozovic. Oh, and sits, misses a sitter. Yeah, it's not the first time I've said that. Unfortunately, it looks like Litinov wants to leave the club, which is a bit of a disappointment. He's 33. Oh, sits there. Now, he did get a lovely little glancing header on there. We do have sits who can play in that position, but we kind of need to think about beyond these two Latvians. We need another Latvian striker, I think, who's a little bit younger. Maybe we'll see a first chance from Atalanta. I'm sure they're capable of getting a chance. This is better. Mancini does well. And it's gone all the way across to Pinto now. We're pressing them well, and there's Igor Jose. It's absolutely fantastically well. Plays a cracker through to Kvara. Now what's he going to do? Ball across. Saulo's there. He gets above his man, but couldn't angle it down into the goal. 35 minutes on the clock, and we probably deserve to be 1-up. Again, playing very, very well against this Atalanta side. We're not seeing too much from them. We've seen one attack, which we managed to turn around into an attack on our own, but maybe something here. 36 minutes gone. Eliso, Pinto, lovely ball. And the goalkeeper does brilliantly, stands up well, but it was offside. Doesn't count. Well, half-time, we're 0-0, and let's be honest, there's been one team in this, and that's been us. So let's get into the second half. Hopefully more of the same. We've brought Rasmussen and Nedalescu on just to maybe give us a little bit more, a few more legs there. And here's Nedalescu, already shown why we brought him on. Does well. And again, Saulo, he's had a lot of headers and he's not put one of them on target yet. Corner from us, Nedalescu, come on, we've got to get something in. But it's Castillo's running away with it. We're looking like we're struggling to catch him up. And they've done very well. Victor Hugo, and he looks like he might be offside there. He looked like he'd gone a bit early. They're running off, or maybe not. I think if they're running off with the ball, that means it's not a real offside. Yes, goal awarded. Well, I mean, we've absolutely dominated this game, and we have not scored the goal. Here's Chiadio. Oh, lovely shot from distance. We're 1-0 down, but we're 4-1 up on aggregate, so it's not too much of a worry. Here's Castillo again. Great chance. They did well there to get through us. Slightly concerning. Oh, so apologies, I missed that. I was bringing on Sebek on, but Castillo wins the header. We're 2-0 down now. Interesting. We're bringing Sebek on right now. Not quite sure how we've managed to go 2-0 down, because we've created enough chances to win this game, but you know, there we go. They're two chances they've had, they have scored. And Mendia, Rasmussen does absolutely brilliantly there. So here's Mendia. Come on, 83 minutes on, at least get a goal. It's a frustrating performance in front of goal, this is. We didn't really give him a sniff in the first half either. Bajakic, and it's gone over Saulo's head. He's not had his best game. And considering we scored 10 goals in the last game, oh, it sits. Not the man I was expecting to get it, but that's if we had any nerves, that's got rid of him. Dario sits. A Latvian striker gets himself a goal, so it's 2-1. And there we go. That should be that. I think Atalanta will be much, much better in the second half. Igor Jose finds Nye. Oh, Dario sits. He had a chance there as well. Come on. Here's Nye. Again, looking. Have we still got a chance? No, it's Mancini. Fouls him. This has got to be it almost. Presumably, we are going to go through to play Sporting. It should be a fun one. So we lost on the day, but we were dominant, I think, in that match. In reality, probably shouldn't have lost it, but maybe a draw was the fair result. But we won it, and we didn't really need to go at it. We were strong for the main majority of it. You can see, looks like Sevilla through their match. Chelsea just get through against Juve, and Metalist through against Celta Vigo. It's a fun one. So this is all of the results. So who are we playing? I mean, there's no doubt really is that we're playing Sporting. They won at Olympiacos just about 2-1, and yeah, so that's fine. So let's have a look at the stages here. So the quarterfinals look like this. Metalist are going to play Napoli. That's a good one. You'd expect Napoli to get through that. Riga ourselves are playing Sporting Lisbon. I think that's a good old game. Going to have a decent tussle there. Tottenham against Sevilla, and then Besiktas are playing Chelsea. So Besiktas getting through there. Tough little tie there. Let's just quickly have a look at that. They won 2-0 at home there. So yeah, so you'd expect probably Napoli, Chelsea to get through those ones. I would hope we'd get through against Sporting, but you know, strange things happen, and this is the one I'm struggling to call. It's Tottenham and Sevilla, but we will be playing the winner of this match if we get through. So that sounds like fun. Let me know what you think, whether you think we can qualify for the semi-finals. It's going all right at the minute. The draw has not been super unkind. It's not been easy for us either. There's been a lot of teams that we could have done a lot better against. But that first leg performance was breathtaking. It really was. And we weren't really on it as much in the second leg. And it's kind of understandable. Anyway, if you enjoyed the episode, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you for the next one. Goodbye.